I recorded it back. I just recorded Pastures of Plenty pretty poorly. I have something to say about the chords. Rise Up Singing has E minor for the first line, G for the next line, G for the third line, and E minor for the fourth line. Pretty easy. I don't like it that much. Sometimes I don't like the chords that Rise Up Singing gives for a song that I know, and I don't think it fits the melody. Sometimes, I'm sure, that's because I know a different... The melody actually doesn't have to be that different for chords not to fit, or to fit, where you thought they wouldn't. I had that with Buffalo Gals. I was singing the verses and the chorus all the same way, and then thought the Rise Up Singing chords didn't fit, and on the chorus starting high instead of low, and suddenly that extra G or C or whatever it was fit great. A man on YouTube who, I don't like saying YouTuber, he's like a real person, but he has a YouTube account whose YouTube name is StewballMax, sent me a message recently asking me about this. Like, do you play Rise Up Singing songs too, and think that the chords are, much love to Peter Blood and Annie Patterson, the editors of Rise Up Singing, but wrong? And I agreed. I was like, yeah, sometimes I think, in my humble opinion, they're not right for the tune that I know. A bunch of reasons for this. However, I do have to make it clear that the editors of the Rise Up Singing songbook are almost certainly better guitar players than me. And so I have to, have a certain amount of faith that, I, may not be singing it quite right, or they may have some special reason for putting the chords that, sometimes I'm just wrong. I can be the one who's wrong, although I'm also allowed to play songs however I like. So, but I'm trying to stick to the book, stick to the Rise Up Singing chords. Pastures of Plenty, however, that was a long way around of saying, for this song, I'm not going to stick to the book. I'm going to play it in D, and at the end of the first line, hit up a B minor, back to D for the next line, end of the next line, hit up B minor again. The third line, I think I'm just going to do D all the way through, and then the last line will be like the first and second lines, D, 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 B minor. And it doesn't sound even that good like that, but here's the thing. I've heard only one recording, maybe two, of Woody Guthrie doing this, and I think he uses D all the way through. Like, you would think, oh, it's Woody Guthrie. Hey, Mr. Guthrie. That, your singing is nice and and soulful and everything, and you're the famous Woody Guthrie, and that's great, and I enjoyed your song. However, I wonder if maybe the chords, you got them from some songbook that didn't have exact, you wrote the song. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, interesting that you chose to not have a chord change in there. I think one might sound good. And I'm going to put it in. At one point, he even, changes, he tries to go, because he's clearly ending minor, it's just, da-da-da-da-da, that hot, dusty road. Actually, okay. All right, that actually sounded good. All right, maybe Woody Guthrie's just the man. I mean, yeah. All right, D and then the B minor, like I told you. I wasn't gonna rock it out like that. I guess I could. It's a mighty hard road that my poor hands have hoed. My poor feet have traveled a hot, dusty road. Out of your dust bowl and westward we rolled, and your desert was hot and your mountains were cold. I've worked in your orchards of peaches and plums, there's the B minor. Slept on the ground in the light of... Plums does not rhyme with moon. I've worked in your orchards of peaches and prunes. Slept on the ground in the light of the moon. You think I know this by heart, but I don't. On the edge of your city, you've seen us, and then we come with the dust and we go with the wind. California, Arizona, and make all your crops. Then northwards to Oregon to gather your hops. Watch for that chord, that's just for fun. Dig the beets from your ground, cut the grapes from your vines, to set on your tables your light sparkling wine. Read Pastures of Plenty from dry desert ground, dry pronunciation from the Grand Coulee Dam where the water runs down. Every state in this union us migrants have been. We work in your fight and we'll fight till we win. If you say beam like I do, it doesn't rhyme with win. Oops. Well, it's always we ramble that river and I. All along your green valley I'll work till I die. I'll defend with my life if it be, 'cause my pastures of plenty must always be free. That was a scattered rendition, I know. I'm going to leave it with you, but I'm going to put all the possible chord patterns I talked about in the sidebar here, or if you're right here, or if you're in the blog down below. Right there, and then you can work it out for yourself, because honestly we're talking about, no matter how you slice it, it's a 2-chord song, right, or a 1-chord song, so work it out, but that's more or less the tune that you can sing it to. Have a good day.